This weapon has 4 conditions of readiness. And the first one is the one you see. That's condition 1. Hammer back, safety on, full magazine, round in the chamber, ready to go. That's the only way the pistol should be carried on the person, ever. If you get in the habit of carrying it one way on Tuesday and another way on Wednesday, or if you say, I'm going to carry it in condition 1 when I'm outside the wire, but I'm going to carry it in condition 3 when I'm inside the wire, you're going to get hurt. One way. Then you won't ever get caught with your trousers at the dip. So whenever you put the pistol on your person, condition 1, hammer back, safety on. Now, if you want to put the pistol to one side and put it out of your reach, say as in a glove compartment or in the headboard, a lot of people like to lower the hammer. Well, now, you do that by taking the safety off, put your index finger over that firing pin, and hold on tight. Then pull the hammer back until it releases the grip safety, press the trigger, and let it down. Now, once you got hold of it, you can take your finger away because now you got hold of it. You have accidents by letting it slip when you didn't know you had hold of it. But let it all the way down, there. So, not there. All the way down is safe in this sense. You cannot fire the weapon by pounding on the hammer because the firing pin doesn't reach the primer. So there's no way you can take this weapon with a shell in the chamber and beat on that and make it go. You can make it go by dropping it on its nose. Now, they've got gadgets in the new ones. The Series 80 was supposed to prevent that, but I don't see what difference it makes because if you drop this from high enough to make it go, all it's going to do is shoot straight down. It's not going to do any damage. I've seen it happen. It puts about a little 4-inch hole in the gravel. So dropping it straight down is no peril to anyone. But the military and the government have got all excited about making, destruction tests, and they won't sell the gun unless they have a firing pin block. Generally speaking, on the Series 80s, we take the firing pin block out because we don't think it does anything plus, and it does some things minus. It can fail, and then your gun won't fire. So that's not to worry about that. But if you carry the weapon there, on that notch, you can fire it by beating on the hammer. You can shear the notch and it'll go. You can do that under some unusual circumstances with your elbow. I've seen that happen once. Bang! That's why. So don't carry it on half-cock. It's not designed to be carried on half-cock. There's some confusion here because certain weapons, specifically the Winchester rifles and the Marlins and the Tokarev Russian pistol, are designed to be made safe by putting them on half-cock. This one is not. Don't use it. You can get you in trouble. If you drop the weapon now and it turns around and lands base first, it'll go, and it'll go in a very nasty direction now, like right up under your chin. So don't ever carry it in that position. Don't ever count on a mechanical safety to save anybody's life. A mechanical safety of any kind is only partially effective. Some are much stronger than others, but don't count on any of them and then you won't get a nasty shock. The fact that the safety is on does not mean that the weapon is absolutely safe. It means there's a tendency for it to be safe. You can put that just like any other safety device, like a life jacket, a seat belt, a steel helmet. They're nice to have, but they are by no means infallible. So don't put your trust in them. Now, if you carry the weapon at full cock, it's quite safe because there's no way you can drop that and have it land on the hammer in such a way as to drive the hammer against shear. See, because to drive the hammer against shear, the blow has to come in that direction, and this tang is in the way. So it's very hard to drop this in any fashion that will cause that hammer to go. And if it goes, it's going to go up to here and not fire 90% of the time. So forcing the hammer won't shoot it either. So keep those things in mind. You can carry it in condition 1, which is cocked and locked. You can carry it in condition 2, which is hammer all the way down on a live round. Then when you pick the weapon up, you pick it up with your thumb and little finger under the hammer, cock it like that, and go to war. That's not going to win any matches, but it's good enough. You're on your way to the door anyway. You can, and I don't recommend this, but the military does, you can carry the piece in condition 3, which means full magazine in place, but nothing up there. In that case, the hammer is usually all the way down. A lot of military people are required to carry their weapon this way by regulation It is not a good way. It invites accidents. Because to make it work, you have to pull the weapon out, grab it here on your waist, bang, so. And in so doing, you can get hung up in your holster and shoot your toe off. So that's a poor idea, in spite of the fact that the armies of the world tend to fancy it. Now, there is one other condition which says its points, and that is what we call condition 4. That's with nothing in the weapon at all, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine well, hammered down over here on the mantle. Now, in a condition like that, you might be washing the car, you might be mowing the grass, everything is peaceful, it says here, and you hear a loud scream. And so something's got to be done out there. And as you run, you produce your spare magazine, which you're wearing on your belt, see? And as you run, you pick up the weapon, put the magazine in, close the action, whack the slide, and by the time you reach the door, you're ready to go. That is a viable system, depending upon the circumstances under which you find it. Now, the double-action revolver and the double-action automatic pistol have a number of other considerations. The double-action auto pistol, generally speaking, has no condition 1. It has a condition 0. You can carry it with a hammer back and no safety on. And if I were stuck with a weapon like that, I think that's the way I'd carry it. The pistol is not going to fire itself. The pistol is only going to fire if somebody fires it. If you're wearing it in a proper holster with the trigger guard covered, you take that safety off, what's going to happen to it? It's not going to go bang. I've known people to come in after a day's work and say, my God, do you realize that all day long I was running around with the pistol with the safety off? I said, no, but what difference does it make? The Browning P-35, which is the successor of this weapon in Browning's design, has a miserable thumb safety on it. Almost you can't use it. Well, the Australian SAS got around that by never using it. They just cocked the piece and put it in the holster and go to war. Condition 0. And as far as I know, that hasn't resulted in any accidents. So those are the situations about preparing and carrying this weapon. Remember, whether you carry a revolver or a single-action auto or a double-action auto, that availability and readiness are the name of the operation. That's what you have it for. If you put this pistol in a condition of unreadiness, you have lost the value of the pistol. And this is one of the reasons why we run in trouble with these clowns who don't understand about safety. And they're the kind of people who ask you if the weapon is loaded or not. And they'll also ask, well, it's all right for you to carry the weapon if you can't get at it. And why should I carry it if I can't get at it? I said, good, you shouldn't carry it.